Another story. This one is about Bernie Sanders, and I think it's horrific. We could just switch to this. It's not a clip, but it is a picture, folks. This is a story in Politico. It's about Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders, it's like the Bernie Sanders millions. Right? Bernie Sanders millions. Oh, Bernie's got all this money. He's just raking in all the money. Oh my God. Bernie, he's such a hypocrite because he made money. He's worth at least $2 million. Taking into account his publicly outlined assets and liabilities, along with the real estate he owns outright. In a strict bottom line sense, Sanders has become one of those rich people against whom he has so unrelentingly railed.
I mean, look, here is a guy he's a one percenter, he's a millionaire, and he's a socialist. I've got a problem with that.
Our first question is from Joe. He is a student from Allentown, PA. Joe, what's your question?
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Senator Sanders. Now that your tax returns have been released and you have been identified as a millionaire and in the top 1%, will you pay your fair share? And how do you plan to apply the policies that you have been talking about enforcing on top earners? Thank you, Senator Sanders.
Well, I happen to believe, Joe, that we have an absurd tax system. And while millions of people today are paying actually more in taxes than they anticipated, Amazon, Netflix, and dozens of major corporations, as a result of Trump's tax bill, pay nothing in federal taxes. I think that's a disgrace. So today we announced now, you raised the issue, I am a millionaire. Well, actually, this year we had $560,000 in income. And that's a lot of money. And that money, in my case, my wife's case, it came from a book that I wrote. Pretty good book. You might want to read it. It was a bestseller, sold all over the world, and we made money. So if anyone thinks that I should apologize for writing a best-selling book, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. But let me reiterate, I voted against. I guess on Fox News you said that I benefited from Trump's tax bill. Did you tell people that I voted against Trump's tax bill?
Sure, but you did benefit from it.
Yeah. But I voted against it.
I want to be clear. All that I'm saying is I don't think anyone seriously believes that because I wrote a best-selling book and made money that I've changed my views, and you now hear me saying, gee, maybe we want to give tax breaks to millionaires. I don't think you've heard me say that.
One more on this, though.
All right, so let's get something straight, you sap-sucking scumbag, calling yourself journalist. I don't care how much money Bernie Sanders makes. Well, let me take that back. I don't care how much money Bernie Sanders is worth. I don't care how much money Bernie Sanders is worth. What I love about Bernie Sanders is he wants me to be worth more.
The economic reality for most Americans is pretty clear. For the last 40 years, the American middle class has been disappearing, and more Americans are living in poverty than at almost any point in our nation's history. Today, real median family income is almost $5,000 less than it was in 1999. Today, the typical male worker is making $783 less last year than he did 42 years ago after adjusting for inflation. The typical female worker is making $1,337 less than she did in 2007. Despite the modest gains of the Affordable Care Act, 35 million Americans continue to have no health insurance, and even more are underinsured. And today, embarrassingly, the United States of America has by far the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major industrialized country on earth. And while the middle class continues to disappear, over the last 2 years, just as an example, the wealthiest 15 Americans in this country, 15 people, and that includes Bill Gates, the Koch brothers, Sheldon Adelson, and a bunch of others. These guys have seen their wealth increase by $170 billion. That's just an increase in what they previously had in a 2-year period. To put this in perspective, that increase in wealth for the top 15 Americans is more wealth than is owned by the bottom 40% of our people, and it is double what this country spends on nutrition programs to feed over 40 million Americans. Meanwhile, since 2005, the typical middle-class family has seen its wealth go down by more than 36%, from $130,000 in 2005 to just $81,000 today.
The average white family has 10 times more than the average black family. So I'm already accustomed to white people having a whole lot more wealth than me. Once again, I don't care how much money Bernie Sanders is worth. What I love about Bernie Sanders is he wants me to be worth more. You just don't get it. Bernie Sanders wants us to have more. He don't want us to have less. That's the difference. That's the issue. He wants us to have more. Us, American citizens, regular working people, people who don't have millions of dollars. He wants us to get more, have better lives, live longer, be able to pursue happiness, be able to go to school without going to huge amounts of debt, be able to afford our medications. This ain't about him, dummy. It's not about him. See, this is the thing. See, Kamala Harris is about Kamala Harris. You sell me Kamala Harris on who she is, but you don't understand. You don't care who she is. You try to sell me Pete Buttigieg based on who he is. You don't get it. We don't care who he is. You try to sell us Beto O'Rourke based on who he is. Oh, he looks like a Kennedy. We don't care who he is, what he looks like. We don't care if Kamala Harris likes Beyonce or Cardi B. We don't care if Beto O'Rourke is well-spoken or has a male husband or has a husband. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care if Elizabeth Warren can talk well or give good speeches or if she's got good glasses. What we care about is what their policies will mean for us. We care about what their policies will do for us, the American people, what it would do for this country. That's what you do not understand and what you refuse to get. And that's why you cannot entice certain ones of us. Now, there are many Americans who are very much fooled. They're very much confused. They don't understand. See, because you're in the Democratic Party, this is the reason why Bernie does not buy into identity politics. And no one, and I say identity politics, I don't mean that it doesn't matter that you're black, and there are issues that are situations and things that we need to modify for black folks. We need to right the wrongs of the history of this country. And when I say I don't care about identity politics, it don't mean I don't see any difference between men and women. And it doesn't mean I don't respect women's right to choose or reproductive rights or the different challenges that women may face in the workplace. Or the fact that, and black women particularly, okay? Native American women particularly, okay? So that's not what I mean. What I mean is we care about the policies, how they impact us. Not just that you are this thing, but what you bring, what you will do, regardless of what you are, for us. We already had a guy in the office. His name was Barack Obama. And you know, I'll take it on the chin. As a black person, we should all take it on the chin and say, you know what, it's okay. It was our first chance to have a president, a black president, a real chance to have a black president in the office. We didn't know he was going to play us out. We didn't know he was going to get in the office and sound like Archie Bunker.
I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. I expect all of you to march with me and press on. Take off your bedroom slippers. Put on your marching shoes. Shake it off. Stop complaining. Stop grumbling. Stop crying. We are going to press on. We've got work to do.
Where'd this come from? He didn't tell the gays to put their pants up, stop complaining. He didn't tell the DACA kids to put their pants up, stop complaining. He didn't tell white women to put their pants up, stop complaining. No, he just told black people to stop complaining. So listen here. So what you need to understand, we are no longer fooled. And I'm not Candace Owens. You can't use that shit on me. I ain't a Trump supporter. I don't work for an organization that supports that shit either, that supports Republicans. We don't worship Bernie Sanders. It's the hope that we have of what a President Bernie Sanders would mean for this country, what would mean for us. Most of the rest of these candidates are bankrolled and financed and controlled and have a history of being controlled by big money interests. Bernie does not. He's 76 years old. He's worth $2 million. I wonder how much Kamala will be worth when she's 76. I wonder how much Nancy Pelosi is worth right now. But it's a lot more than $2 million. In fact, I know it is. Somehow that didn't make it into your article, did it? No, you want to compare them to people that have been who've been in politics 2 weeks and go, see, it's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. He's worth more money. So it's just ridiculous garbage. You know, if the poor people in this country were ever to unite, you'd be done. You'd be over, Politico. And all the people that worship you, support that garbage that you spew. It ain't about Bernie. It's about his policy and what he has pledged his life and spent his life fighting for. All right. Hey, thanks for watching that video. Now, subscribe to this channel. Click the bell and hold it until it tells you you're going to get all notifications. That's right. YouTube is tricky. Peace.